before opening bell. This is a little bit later than I usually start, about 9 o'clock. It kind of looks to me like we have been going up, if you look at the very long-term chart here, since October, and we have touched down on this support level, and there is the probability that it will drop below that. But as of right now, it might actually be a bouncing point. So it's a little bit of a tricky point in trading, and probably will be for a few days. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Okay, we're going to the more short-term charts right here. This is really where I trade. And you can see that we have dropped down and we are close to a support level here. On these two longer-term charts, when I'm talking about 5-minute and 15-minute here, there is no green candles showing yet. But you can see on the short-term chart here that we are developing higher lows here and here, and then I'm thinking here at this point. So I got in a long position right here, and the MACD you can see is not quite turned around. It's still pretty much heading down. So as soon as I pushed the button, I got trigger happy. I kind of regretted my decision and decided that I had just gotten in a little bit too soon. But it did hold for a little bit before it dropped, and then it dropped some more. But again, it's not a huge drop yet. I'm still not too upset with that. It's only less than $100 loss there, and there's a big green candle. So, and we're still at a higher low than it was before. So I'm still hanging on. MACD is maybe thinking about turning up, just watching it. So at this point, this is really what I should have been looking for. You see a definite upturn here, and the MACD is definitely turning up, and it's actually below the average line. When I got in before, it wasn't below the average line. But again, my losses were not that great before it turned up, so it's all good. All right, now we have a big green candle, about 6 minutes away, now 2 minutes away from opening bell, and it's definitely looking like it's going up. This is probably just a little bit of a dip down, I'm thinking, and there we go. It zipped up, and I went ahead and got out. My first trade was an awesome trade. It was, it ended up being 337.50. And look at that. It hit that support level up here, and here you can see it actually matched with the SMA, and it dropped down a little bit. So I was thinking that, okay, well, let's ride this wave and get in a short and ride it down a little bit. The MACD is actually looking really good for this. The only thing that's not going in my favor is, like I was saying, I think it may be a bit of an uptrend, but it was enough of a possibility that it's going to drop here. It hit a support that I did a short. Very frustrating. It actually did not take, and I missed my opportunity. That would have been an awesome trade. So I would have made another probably $300 in that drop right there. So I did call it right, but it did not take the order. And so then I canceled the order, and I decided, and again, this is like unique to paper trading. Paper trading doesn't seem to take orders quite as quickly as the real trading. So if that had been a real trade, I think at that point I would have said that was enough profit for the day, and I would have stopped at only 9:33 in the morning. So as it was, I wanted to make one more trade because I felt like I kind of knew what the market's doing. I'm seeing a turn here. MACD is really turning up. I went ahead and put in a market order because I wanted to make sure that I got filled this time. And again, I'm feeling like it's an uptrend, so I didn't really care where I was getting in. So I got in here, and it dropped some more. And so I'm losing some of my profit. It hit the support kind of level down here. And now we're making a lower low than we did before, and I'm getting a little bit concerned. But that looks promising now. It hit that support and started bouncing up. The MACD looks really, really good. I'm still hanging on thinking this trade might work out after all. Okay, it's going on up, and I'm almost to where I got in the long position. I'm still at a little bit of a loss here, and it's hesitating. And then it drops again. And now it's kind of flattening out. And I'm getting a little frustrated here. I'm still at a profit for the day, but I'm trying to figure out like what to do at this next point. Do I still think it's going up? Is it going down? It seems to be at a support level here. I decided to keep hanging on. Hit that support again. I'm down to $125 profit for the day. It did bounce up a little. MACD's looking good, still hanging on. It's coming up to where I got in, and it kind of hit this level up here. Probably should have gotten out at this point, but I didn't. Still hanging on. Ooh, I'm getting really hopeful here. And it just kind of seems to hit that. That's like a new ceiling, kind of where I got in. And probably I should have gotten out at that point, but all right, now it seems to have broken through that, went up above it, and I decided, okay, good enough. I put in my limit order. I'm going to get out at that point. And I probably should have stopped here for the day. 425 in 2 trades. But you know me, I just have trouble stopping. It is actually 10 o'clock at this point, so that would have been a really good time to stop. All right, so I'm thinking, okay, I think it's going to drop now. We seem to have hit a level that's twice now in this little period of time, and it's lower the second time than the first time, so lower highs, did a short. Looks promising. It's going up a little. This is kind of where I'm thinking it was probably going to drop down to, and that's not much of a trade. It's like $100 here, but I do think that it looks likely that it will hit that. But it isn't. It just keeps going up and up. And if you remember when I was in that long position before and I got out, I could have stayed in longer. It's hard to call those. Now, if you notice, it's hard because the words are in the way here. Here we go. But you can see that this level right here is exactly the same level that it hit before. And that seems to be a resistance level now. And until it breaks that, I don't think it's going to go up very far. So I expected to drop, and it is. And so now I'm basically hoping just to get out at very, very minimal, basically covering my commissions. It bounced a little bit higher, it didn't take. And so I decided, I just don't feel like I should be staying in this short position. And so I did like a reverse kind of position where I put in an order for 2, one to get out, one to get back in, the opposite. So it took, and now I'm in a long, and the MACD is looking good, but then it drops. So I'm kind of whittling away at my profits for the day. It's really sad. But sometimes it's just difficult to stop trading. Okay, now I've basically lost almost everything. Less than $100 now. It's 0. And I'm in a long position. That's looking very promising here. And it went up and it hit that support, which, if I remember right, is just about where I got in before. So I had the opportunity to get out of break even there. Oh yeah, there we go. Here's another opportunity to get out of break even. But I'm still hanging on, hoping that it will go up. And here I hit it again, another opportunity, which I did not take. I'm hovering at break even, which I did not take. And probably, again, I should have. That would have been the second time I should have stopped. And I lost everything again and dropped way down. Those bounces at the bottom, they just keep, encouraging me to hang on. But now it's 11 o'clock. I've sat here for an hour and really haven't gotten anywhere. So this is the point in time in trading where you're just kind of spinning your tires and wasting time, getting discouraged, getting tired of trading, tired of making decisions, and you're not clear-headed. So I'm recognizing that in myself and trying to offset that and combat that and deal with this properly. And okay, I've gotten back a little bit of the profit. Okay, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it might go up to this point, which, you know, that's again basically break even, just covering my commission and maybe a couple bucks more. Had another opportunity there and didn't take it. Wait a minute, did I? Okay, I did. Somehow I switched positions and I don't know exactly where that happened. 64.25, 64.20. Okay, so I got out up here, and then as soon as it kind of dropped back down, I decided to do another short. So now I'm in a short position here. This is my 5th trade, and it's looking like it may drop. I feel like this may be a pretty good place. I had an opportunity to get out right here, and again, I probably should have. It was just a little bit less than I was hoping for, and so that blinded me because it went back up again, getting a loss, and it went higher, so it's just a little bit discouraging. Turning around, hovering. I went ahead and canceled that order down here, just like get rid of that expectation because it's blinding me to what I should be doing. So I'm in a short position still, and okay, I've decided I'm going to take this now at this when it bounces at that blue SMA right here, and that's it. So I'm out. Go back to that screen again, and I am out at about $250 profit for the day with 5 trades, and I gave up trades at like over $400 on my second trade, I think, and I should have stopped there. And I stopped at 11:43, so I have been trading for many hours now. And so, you know, okay, I'm at a profit for the day, but I'm not really proud of today's trading day. So I guess all's well that ends well, but learn from that and just know not to trade like that again.